Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description.
Hold me now, I'm trying to keep from staying low. Low key is over, you can't reach what you don't know. I'm moving different, running circles round them folk. They say your failures teach you everything and more.
What's up, everybody? Top of the morning to you. You are checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. Top of the morning. I'm your host, Addul Ali. Yo, shouts out to OGI Trilla out of South Carolina for that joint, Everything in Mo. Love that song, man. We got to actually rise some point, play the video, man. People got to see how dope that video is. Again, shouts out to PAT, OGI Trilla, everybody down there in South Carolina. Big up to you for being part of the #1 fastest growing, dopest, of course, morning show on the planet, Top of the Morning. You're checking us out on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Also, go over to tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. That way, you know when we go live and all that good stuff. Morning mugshot time. Frederick Douglass Foundation mug. Shouts out to the Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. Big up to President Clarence Henderson, Vice President of the Frederick Douglass Foundation, Dr. Pearl Burris Floyd, Shamika Bethia, the whole team, Tansy, and everybody. What up? Good morning, y'all. So normally on this morning show, we start out a little more upbeat. We try to do like something uplifting. But I got to tell y'all something. When I was looking for stories to cover for you this morning, I get up at the cracker early to do this for y'all. I saw something that disturbed me. Now, I want to share this with you all because we hear from the left how much Black Lives Matter. We all know it was Black Lives Matter and Antifa burning cities down, responsible for perpetuating something way worse than January 6th, and that is this invidious mindset that America of 2023, 2022, 2020 was the America of 1902. This guy right here, I'm going to show you all this picture, man, because this is heartbreaking. This is actually heartbreaking. This brother right here didn't hurt nobody. He didn't deserve what he got. He shouldn't have been killed. Okay, should not have been killed. This brother right here, I don't agree with the mask thing. I never agreed with the mask thing, but he should not have died for doing his job as a security guard and telling people to wear a mask at the store. These three right here are the ones that are sentenced to life in the slaying of this Michigan security guard. It's a married couple and their son. They were convicted last year of first-degree premeditated murder in the fatal shooting of the security guard who asked the woman's daughter to wear a mask while shopping at the Family Dollar. Okay? It doesn't make any sense. But Larry Teague, you see in that picture, his wife Charmel Teague and Charmel Teague's son Raymond Bishop were sentenced by Genesee Circuit Court Judge Bryant Pickell in the shooting death of Calvin Munnerlyn on May 1st of 2020. I thought Black lives are supposed to matter. I thought Black lives were supposed to count for something. I thought that people in these communities, because these are not the type of folks, let's look at this again. These are the type of folks, okay? This guy didn't hurt nobody. He was doing his job at a Family Dollar, minding his business, asked a lady to wear a mag, and these idiots think it's a good idea to go back and shoot him up. So not one life, his destroyed, his family's destroyed. These three now have to spend the rest of their natural-born lives in jail, as they should. They should never get out. There shouldn't be any bail. The three were convicted of first-degree premeditated murder. That crime carries a mandatory punishment of life in prison without parole. The trial lasted several weeks. Munnerlyn was 43 years old, a year younger than me. Was shot at a store just north of downtown Flint, Michigan, shortly after telling Charmel Teague's daughter she had to leave because she didn't have a face mask. Two men that you saw on your screen later came to the store, shot him to death. Bishop's sister, Bria Bishop, was also charged with tampering with evidence, lying to police, being an accessory to a felony. She was sentenced in November to time served and probation. Okay? This young man didn't do nothing to anybody. He didn't deserve that. Not for telling somebody to wear a mask at work. And this is the ludicrous nature of these three people right here. That doesn't make a shred of sense, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad they got life without parole. They should be under the jail. This is an absolute case of what we talk about. And I in the Black community, we keep having these conversations about the white man going after us. I just had to sit through the whole MLK weekend of people side swipe saying, kind of in a slick way, it's Republicans and white people's fault that some Black folk can't get ahead. But meanwhile, they don't say nothing about three idiots like this. Y'all want to keep screaming about the criminal justice and what are we doing to help the criminal? And it's all about the criminal. And what do we do to help the poor criminal? What about the victims? Okay, what about the victims of stuff like this? We need to be talking more about how do we have restorative justice for the victims of these crimes and their family? Because these three are going to be locked away forever. And I hear what people say about how hard prison is. Oh, you don't want to go to prison, how hard it is in prison. Listen, you about to get 3 hots, a cot, probably a library, cable TV, music when you want to listen to it. Let's not lie. There's drugs all through. You're going to get all the weed you want. You're going to get all the tobacco you want. You're going to have a fairly decent existence in a prison system. This ain't like a third world country where you got to grow your own food and it's backbreaking labor. You're about to go have a cushy existence on the taxpayer dime after you murdered someone. And that's the best we can do in this country. This is absolutely disgusting. Again, these three convicted of killing a 43-year-old security guard because he asked that lady's daughter to wear a mask. Absolutely atrocious. And any of you Democrats, any of you leftists out there talking about this is unfair and blah, 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 go tell that to that man's family. We're going to take a quick commercial break right here on Top of the Morning. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Just because you're Black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
Can't hold me now, I'm trying to keep from staying low. Low key is over, you can't reach what you don't know. I'm moving different, running circles round them folk. They say your failures teach you everything and more. Look.
Welcome back to Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. I'm your host, Addul Ali. Again, shouts out to OGI Trilla for that song, Everything and More. I like that. Your failures teach you everything and more. I love it. We got to play that video here for y'all. It's a beautiful video. Shouts out to PAT. Shouts out to OGI Trilla. We appreciate you letting us rock that joint here on Top of the Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you're doing well so far. If this is your first time watching, jump in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from so we can get you a shout out. If you haven't done so already, jump on over to tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. That way we can keep doing what we do here and spreading conservatism into urban areas across the country. Y'all ain't gonna believe this one. You might believe it. You should believe it. It's believable. All right. This is very believable. More shenanigans from the Biden administration. Now check this out. None of us, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're straight, I don't care if you're uber conservative, I don't care if you're liberal. None of us should agree that sexualizing children is okay. None of us. All right. The minute you enter into the equation that a child is either a lesbian, gay, or bisexual, because that's what the L, the G, and the B stand for. Once you enter any of those three things, I'm going to take this down for a second because I want y'all to see my face when I say this. Once you enter in that a child is either lesbian, gay, or bisexual, you just entered sex into the equation. You just sexualized a child. I'm not talking about an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old. No, I'm talking about elementary, middle school kids. The minute you enter that there is a such thing as a lesbian, gay, or bisexual child, you have sexualized that baby, and that is wrong. That ain't controversial. It shouldn't be controversial. It's dead wrong. So more shenanigans from the Biden administration. We would set the tone that we don't think children should be sexualized, but the Biden administration feels a little bit different. Biden administration opened civil rights investigation into school bans on these groomer books. Now, this is a report coming from Breitbart. The Biden administration has opened an investigation into a Texas school district for banning sexually explicit books that promote gender theory. The Department of Education Office for Civil Rights is seeking legal precedent, saying the failure to represent LGBTQ characters in school content can constitute discrimination. School districts across the country have been forced by parents to remove books deemed sexually explicit or racially divisive in the wake of public schools being exposed as left-wing indoctrination mills, which unfortunately, and no disrespect to the teachers, a lot of times it is. Many of the books describe in detail and glorify the completion of sexual acts between minors and even pedophilic interactions. The Granbury Independent School District in Texas is at the center of this probe, which will be based on an American Civil Liberties Union complaint from the summer. In 2022, the district removed 130 books from the library shelves, and about 75% of which were deemed to be too sexual to have LGBTQ characters. Okay? The ACLU promptly filed a complaint. Of course they did. The ACLU is arguing that such a removal constitutes a Title IX violation, which was recently reinterpreted by the Biden administration to include sexual orientation and gender identity in the definition of sex discrimination. If this succeeds, it'll have national implications and potentially require school libraries to stock the often pornographic books and force school districts to provide avenues for children to access such material. Now, this POS attorney, Chloe Kemp, said, this is the ACLU attorney, the book removals and also the comments create this pervasively hostile environment. Both send a message to the entire community that LGBTQ identities are inherently obscene. worthy of stigmatization, and the book removals uniquely deprive LGBTQ students of the opportunity to read books that reflect their own experience. Let me stop y'all right there. Let me stop y'all. We gonna stop right there. That's the problem in this country. Nobody's told an idiot lawyer like that she must not have children. She must not have kids, because that is despicable. What sexual experience should children be having? I'll wait. What? Tell me. I'm not. We're not so stupid. We're not so in the woods. We're not so foggy. We're not such a prude. I was a 15, 16-year-old boy once. I was a 17, 18-year-old kid once. We're not talking about that. We're talking about middle and elementary school kids. How dare you say there is a such thing, okay, as a lesbian, gay, or bisexual child? It's absolutely disgusting. And here you have children can barely read. They can barely read. They can barely do math. 80-something% of minority students in certain districts here in North Carolina can't read at grade level. But you're worried about their daggone feelings. You're worried about whether or not these kids are sexually active and represented, but they can't read. Sounds to me like somebody wants to create a generation of dummies, a generation of children who feel instead of think. Ain't nothing wrong with feeling, but you have to temper that feeling with thought and logic. And it's not logical for these people to pursue allowing children to have access to sexual explicit material in the classroom. It's absolutely 1,000,000% totally ridiculous. Got to be kidding me. We're going to take a quick commercial break right here on Top of the Morning. Don't go nowhere. We got a couple of more things to cover. We'll be right back.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com.
This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. I just got informed by the production staff that I took that last commercial break a little early. My bad. My fault. I don't want to piss off the production staff. So, folks, you're checking out Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. We appreciate you being here with us at the Urban Conservative. If you haven't done so already, please jump on over to tuconservative@gmail.com. Send us an email there if you want to sponsor an episode, you want to become an underwriter, you want to get a subject, tuconservative@gmail.com. Send us an email. Jump on over to tuconservative.com to get a membership, support the platform. $ TUConservative if you want to show us some love on Cash App. We take those too, and we definitely give you shouts out for that. Now, oh, why? Georgie Porgy, man, this dude just cannot get a break. Oh, he can't get a break, y'all. This dude just can't get a break. You lied about your name. You lied about where you went to school. You lied about getting your ex-boyfriend some plane tickets. You lied about where you worked. You lied about your knee replacement. Yeah, I think this whole dude's MO is just to continuously to be a liar. But this doesn't get any better. It just can't get any better. Reports are coming out that George Santos allegedly took $3,000 from GoFundMe for disabled veterans' dying service dog. This incident claimed to have happened in 2016, according to a new report from Patch, when Santos ran his charity, Friends of Pets United. Disabled veteran Richard Osthoff, who was honorably discharged from the Navy in 2002, said that when he met Santos, who then went by the name Anthony DeVolder, when a veterinarian recommended his charity to help service dog receive medical treatment after being diagnosed with a life-threatening stomach tumor. I'm going to stop right there. I know people love their pets, but I can only imagine what amount of money it's going to cost. So Osthoff connected with Santos, set up a GoFundMe page, raised the necessary $3,000 for the dog's surgery. And according to Osthoff, he never saw the money, and Santos repeatedly strung him along. Per the report, Osthoff's excitement changed to confusion when, instead of scheduling the procedure, Santos told him that Osthoff couldn't use the New Jersey practice and insisted he bring Sapphire to a veterinarian in Queens. In August, the vet tech drove Osthoff and Sapphire to that practice in Queens. Santos told him he had credit with the practice from regularly using it. It was a little tiny hole in the wall, but it looked legitimate. The vet there said they wouldn't operate on the tumor, adding that he was confused because the New Jersey vet didn't express any similar concerns. Shortly thereafter, Santos became elusive and difficult to contact. Later, when the two finally talked on the phone, Santos told Osthoff the funds would then be used to service other dogs in the charity because Osthoff did not do things Santos had allegedly ordered. This dude will lie about anything. Sheesh, bro. You've got to be kidding me. You're going to take a sick dog, $3,000, this vet, and I know how it goes with some of these vets, bro. The dog is the man's best friend. It's a pretty sad state of affairs, folks. I hope this dude decides at some point to step down. I really do. I don't think this is a right. I don't think he should be up there. I know the people in Long Island are calling for him to step down. I'm a Republican, but I don't think this guy represents what the Republican Party is about. The morals, the values, the principles of honesty, integrity, and forthrightness that are enshrined in our platform are not what this dude represents. In the meantime, Rob, go ahead and pull up the video of the McCarthy said he will be seated. Okay. So he's going to be seated. The guy's going to get seated on a committee, I'm finding out. Not a good look, folks. Not good for the brand. I'm just telling you. I'm not towing the line on this one. This guy is not good for the brand. He's not good for the people that he represents. We have one other story in the last 10 minutes of the show that I want to cover. I know we are judgmental. We wholeheartedly 1,000,000% disagree with everything that Black Lives Matter stands for. We disagree with their foundational principles. We disagree with their methodology of how they arrived to this position that America is somehow as racist in 2023 as it was back in the 40s, 30s, 20s, whatever. I disagree with the fact that they took advantage of millions of Black people in this country and purported to represent or want to represent the values that they have, but they don't. They're self-professed Marxist and trained Marxist and socialist and all that kind of thing. But recently, a cousin of the Black Lives Matter founder, Patrisse Cullors, was tased by the police and passed away, succumbed as a result of this interaction. And I'm saying loosely, succumbed as a result of this interaction with the police. But upon examination of the video, Ralph, we can find that video. I don't want to show them tasing them. I just want to show y'all this piece. The first thing you got to realize, if you're not a police officer, you shouldn't be making after the fact judgment calls about what should have happened, shouldn't have happened. Hindsight is always 2020, right? It's always 2020. You always can look back and say coulda, woulda, shoulda. Okay, you can always look back and go coulda, woulda, shoulda. But this dude was clearly on something. Okay, clearly this guy was on something. Let's take a look at this. Let's
George Floyd me. You're trying to George Stop it.
The cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors dies after repeatedly being tased by California police officers.
I like how they start the video there.
It happened on January 3rd in Los Angeles. Officers responded to a crash where they found a man running in the street with, quote, erratic behavior.
Nothing but erratic. Look at this guy. He dang near runs into the bike.
Body camera video shows
All right,
the
pause
man
that, pause
later
that. So here's what you got. He directs the police over to the scene of the accident. The people at the accident say he's the guy that caused the accident. It's him. Watch. Go ahead. Go ahead.
31-year-old Keenan Darnell Anderson running through traffic. When an officer catches up with him, Anderson sits on the side of the road.
Get off to the side here. Get on the street.
Somebody's trying to kill me, sir. You get over to the side of the street. Now, you can watch the whole video on your own. Okay? Those police officers and the young turds, that network over there, the young turds, the young Turks, I call them the young turds. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
That's it. Where are you at?
Look at this. We might run a few minutes longer because we got to talk about this. This is ridiculous.
Driver?
He's the driver.
Get off to the side here.
All right.
Get on the street.
Hold on. Did you see him put his hands behind his back?
Get up against the wall.
Did you see that?
Hey, stop right there. Get up against the wall. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall.
Third time he didn't listen.
Wall real quick.
Third time, fourth time.
Hold on a second.
Please, sir, I didn't mean to, sir, please.
Hold on,
Please.
okay?
I'm sorry.
156. Show me code 6 on a TC not involved.
Please.
We're going to be Venice, west of Lincoln.
Oh my God.
Possible DUI driver. We get additional units, please.
So far, it seems right over the plate.
Car.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You lost your key?
Yes. I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please,
Okay,
sir.
do me a favor.
Hey, please. Sir, please.
Sit down on your butt and sit with your legs crossed. Sit
Somebody
with your legs
trying to
crossed.
kill me, sir.
Sit with your legs
Please.
crossed.
They're gonna try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
You had what?
A stunt. Like, no, that's a car.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're trying to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They're gonna try to.
Approximately 7 minutes later, this happens. Let's see this. Here you go.
Please.
Stay down for me. Hey,
Please.
hey, stay
Please.
here. Stay here.
Sir, I need
Stay
some water.
here.
Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Oh, wow.
Please.
Evil
Have a seat up
police.
against the
I'll
wall
get you
there,
some
okay?
water.
Have a seat against the wall. Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody gotta see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want to
against
be
the
in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit
Please.
right there then. If you want to be seen,
I don't
sit
wanna
right
sit
there.
No, I don't want to sit right there.
Sit right there if you want to have somebody see you.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
Just sit down for me a second here, okay?
Please, look, sir.
Sit down for me. Sit down.
You're putting a thing on me.
Sit down.
Making
I'm
me
not
hot.
putting anything. Come here.
Please.
Sit down over here.
Please.
I don't want you in the road. Come here. I don't want you in the
Trying to
road.
protect him.
Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Your
Come
money
here.
just runs in the road.
Come here. Get down over there. Turn over on your stomach right now.
Okay.
Turn over on your stomach right now.
Third
Turn
time.
over.
Yes.
Turn over!
Yes, sir.
Over on your stomach! Get over on your stomach!
Hold on. Okay, please. Please, sir, please don't do this. Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please.
They're trying to help you. Oh, did you hear that? You're all
Keenan,
right.
relax.
They're trying to. Wow.
Keenan, relax!
Yo, we don't even gotta watch no more. You can stop right there. You can stop it right there. You can stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have the entirety of it. So was this a case of the evil LAPD going after a black man just to kill a black man, to George Floyd him? Is that what we just saw? Okay? Did we just not see that police officer ask the man more than 10 times to get up against the wall, roll over on your stomach, don't run away, where you going, what are you trying to do? Which one of those officers did something out of line? As far as I can tell, they did everything above board. I hope that there are no charges against any of the officers for their actions. I don't care what Patrice Cullors has to say. I don't care what Black Lives Matter has to say. That idiot over on the Young Turds ought to be ashamed of himself for portraying this as if this is a case of some sort of police brutality. As if this officer did not try to de-escalate the situation. Hey, calm down, man. Sit down. Have a seat. Let's talk. Who's trying to hurt you? Who's trying to kill you? Talk to me. Stay right here. It's this genius's idea of going into the thing and running into the street and deciding not to resist police. So no, this ain't a case of police brutality. This ain't a case where people should start rioting and destroying cities over this. And I hope they don't. Okay? So look, we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for Top of the Morning. Make sure you check us out every Monday night, 8 p.m. live for the Urban Conservative Podcast. Again, tuconservative.com. Get yourself a membership. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on the 24th out in Pasquotank County with the Pasquotank Pack. You can visit the Urban Conservative to find out more if you're in Eastern North Carolina and you want to come through, see us live. For my twin brother, Raheem, Architect Soto, I'm Addul Ali. You've been checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. Top of the morning. Have a good day, folks.
Can't hold me now, I'm trying to keep from staying low. Low key is over, you can't reach what you don't know. I'm moving different, running circles round them folk. They say your failures teach you everything and more. Look.